numbs my mind. Turn on the lights. I'm still blind. Speed up, slow down. Wheels keep on spinning. I play the game. I'm not winning. I've been east, I've been west, I've been put to the test. I've been high, I've been low, I don't know where to go. I've been lost, I've been found, I've been spinning around. Here's what's left of me now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Weeds podcast here on Military Broadcast Radio. I'm Amber.
And I'm Alora.
And thank you, everyone, for being here. And Alora had some information that she would like to share.
Oh, yeah. So this is a callback to like a couple episodes ago. I actually haven't even been on here in probably about a month or something like that. So sorry, I've been busy doing my own thing. But we did a previous episode about a girl named Eden who was trapped in, oh, shoot. I don't know why I forgot what it was. Was it Denmark? I'm so sorry. Amsterdam. I knew what it was earlier. I'm sorry. I just woke up from a nap. Anyway. But yeah, so Eden has actually made it safely home to the US. And yeah, so it's just really exciting to hear about it. I believe that her mom is going to be deleting her TikTok page just because the whole entire point of it was just to bring Eden home. And she's home. They figured something out. It's a little complicated right now because I think the people that were in charge of her over in Amsterdam are trying to get her back.
Oh.
So... But she's legally an American citizen right now, and she legally is no longer a citizen of Amsterdam. So it's really complicated. It's weird, and I think she needs to talk to an immigration lawyer. But yeah, so good news.
Now, is she still a citizen of Israel?
I don't know. I don't think she's been a citizen of Israel. I think she just was born in Israel, and she's been a citizen of Amsterdam. And because they had her birth certificate, I'm not sure. Okay, you're asking me questions I don't have the answer to. All I'm trying to say is she's home. But anyway, we got some good stuff to get into today.
Yeah, we do. And so we are going to be talking to Matt Oakley. He's a country singer. And we're actually going to listen to his song, Can't Take the Dogs. So you can just get a feel of who Matt is. So here we go. Here's Matt Oakley with Can't Take the Dogs.
She walked out with just about everything. That car, them keys, her wedding ring. Ain't it funny how people change? I told her she could take the whiskey, take it all. Take the bourbon, I'll take the loss. Take the pictures, take the frames, hell, take the walls. But you can't take the dogs. Yeah, I'm taking them with me. I got them boys up in the backseat. You can go and take whatever you want, but you can't take the dogs. You can even take the 6th string. Don't come saying you miss me. You can go and take my last name off, but you can't take the dogs. She came back just a couple weeks after that. Guess she got lonely in the aftermath, not having them boys around. I guess she realized that she had it made. Now she's got twice as many bills to pay. Hell, I'm taking them boys to the grave. Now there ain't a damn thing to say. Yeah, I'm taking them with me. I got them boys up in the backseat. You can go and take whatever you want, but you can't take the dogs. You can even take the 6th string. Don't come saying you miss me. You can go and take my last name off, line waiting for your call, just so I can go and tell you all and talk about the things that you did wrong and how you can't take the dogs. Yeah, I'm taking them with me. I got them boys up in the backseat. You can go and take whatever you want, but you can't take the dogs. You can even take the 6th string. Don't come saying you miss me. You can go and take my last name off, but you can't take the dogs. No, no, you can't take the dogs. No, no, girl, you can take the whiskey, take it all, take the bourbon, I'll take the loss. You can go and take my last name off, but you can't take the dogs.
Interview of the week sponsored by LTD Tactical.
Welcome back, everybody. That was Matt Oakley with Can't Take the Dogs. Welcome, Matt.
How's it going?
Very good.
Good to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have been saying that you were going to come on for a long time, but you've been very busy, which is great to know. Which is, I'm sure it's extremely exciting.
Probably a little exhausting too.
Yeah.
Staying booked and busy.
Things have been great. I recently moved to Nashville. We had been traveling in and out beforehand, just to make music, but I ultimately moved here a few months ago, and things have picked up since moving here for sure.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we'll actually talk to you about that later. So can we actually get into who you are? I know that your father was in the military, and that comes along, a whole lot of things come along with that, especially moving from town to town. And I grew up in a military town. I wasn't a military brat per se. My stepdad was retired, and my dad was in the military or in the Army as well. But I never had the deployment side or the moving around side. So can you kind of tell us what it was like to grow up with a dad in the military?
Yeah, it was not anything too out of the ordinary for me. I feel like at this point, it's just, it is my life. So I'm used to it. But then when I talk to people about it, it kind of puts into perspective that it was a little out there. I think I lived in like 10 different homes before I was 10 years old. So we were always moving. And when I was born in a hospital up in Maryland. I think we were living in Alexandria at the time. And then we moved to Newport he was stationed up there. Then we moved back. He got stationed out in South Korea. And so we went out there for about a year and a half, lived with him out there, came back and forth between Virginia, Rhode Island, lived on Fort Belvoir in Virginia, moved to Clifton. And then ultimately I went to school in South Carolina for college and then moved down to Florida, now in Nashville. So I'm pretty well traveled, I'd say.
Good stuff. Where were you living in Florida?
Tampa.
Tampa. Okay, bet we're from Tampa. So I mean, we're not living in Tampa currently, but we're from Tampa. Well, Tampa area.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, I loved my time there. I plan on going back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so when I talk to people about my childhood, it's almost like I'm describing a utopia growing up in a military town, because it's like everybody got along. I know it was the 90s, so it was a little different, but like everybody got along. There was like the only problems we had was a lot of the older men did not like having military men in their town because they took all of their women.
That's great.
But for the most part, you know, everybody, I mean, it was just like almost like a utopia. Everybody was just so happy and getting along and everything. Did you experience any of that?
Yeah, and even after my dad retired, we would still go on to base quite often. I'd go either work out there or play basketball there. We'd go to the PX. We'd go, clothes shopping, grocery shopping. We were always on base. And you just feel safe. You go through the checkpoint, and when you're in there, you're like, all right, I'm good. it's really nothing you got to worry about. So definitely I would echo that sentiment of, military towns, or when you're on base or around them, there's just like there's an understanding of the community as like safe and taken care of, and the goal is that everyone gets along. It's not always the case, but I definitely would say more so than some parts of the world.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely. I enjoyed going up to Fort Sill and like seeing all the stuff that's over there. But the last time I was on a military base, it was actually a shooting. Yeah, this is like 2 years ago. You remember when I went to go visit in Kansas? I don't remember which base it was, but anyway, sorry, I wasn't trying to make that. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, no, crazy stuff. I didn't grow up, even though my mom is a veteran. Like my parents were
her dad.
yeah, my dad's a veteran too. They weren't really in the military when I was growing up though, but yeah, we still moved around a lot too. So I kind of got a little bit of that experience. Like I probably say I've lived in like 20 houses and apartments and stuff in my life so far. So anyway.
Yeah, I think it's kind of bred into you when you see that all the time, and
so it feels pretty normal to me too.
Yeah.
But now I'm back home with mommy and daddy. Woo woo at 24.
Okay, Matt. So I was listening to one of your songs. I think it was Soldier Son, and you were talking about recorded tapes and things like that. Did your dad, when he was deployed, did he record stories and stuff like that for you?
Yeah. So when he was home, he would pop into my room, my sister's room, and read us or tell us bedtime stories. And so when he was deployed or he wasn't home, we would be upset. We'd go to our mom and be like, oh, like, why, where's dad at? Like, we miss him, blah, blah, blah. Cause it was so routine that he would do that. And so what he ended up doing is recording on those old, like either cassette players he would record on, and we would put it in the cassette player and listen to it. Or he would have these little, like almost MP3 looking things, but just recorders that you could like record on and delete it after. So he would like a 5-minute limit, I think, on the one we had. And so he would tell a quick story, and it was a version of that. And so I just have a vivid memory of it laying in my bed and like clicking play on this little gray device that my dad would be telling me a bedtime story while he's thousands of miles away, serving our country. So that just felt like one of those things that deserved a place in the song. And I've performed it a few times, and people come up to me, and that's one of their favorite lines, because they say that their parents did some version of that. It's a lot easier now because you can send a voice memo over your phone. But back then, my dad did a good job of making it work with what we had.
Yeah, in that time period, you definitely had to just kind of work with what you got.
Yeah.
So many weird options now, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I remember seeing kids having their dads videotaped while they were overseas or whatever, and they would be able to send messages home. And that's always been something that I thought was extremely special to see, that they were still able to keep in contact with their kids.
Absolutely.
Because I was actually just listening to a veteran earlier, and he was talking about how he had been deployed. He got deployed before his son was born. He came back and his son was like 6 months old. And then he got deployed again at when his son was like 6. And then he came back when his son was 8, and then got deployed again and was gone for a really long time.
Yeah.
So is that something you experienced?
No, I was on the younger side, but my dad, even when he got out of the military, he got into government contracting. So he was traveling like overseas and internationally. He's been traveling, whether it was with the military or when he ended up retiring, getting into government contracting. He's been like a world traveler. He's one of the most well-traveled person I've ever met in my life. And he loves it. It keeps him young in a way. So I definitely think that there being weeks of him, being gone. So it was normal, but I think it teaches you to appreciate the time you do have when they're there, and, not take anything for granted. And I think you can tell from the song that there's a lot of good in all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, we're going to get into that song now, and then we'll come back and we'll start talking about your music career.
Cool.
Okay. So this is Soldier Son by Matt Oakley. We'll be right back.
Well, they spent 22 years in the army, we talked Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. And what I learned from him's worth more than anything anyone's bought me. That camo jacket with our last name, still in my closet to this day. There ain't enough money in the world you can give me to throw it away. 'Cause I hold on to pictures and memories in that shadow box with everything still in it. Whenever he talked, I listened. So fly that flag in your front yard as high as you can, except for when we lose one, defending the land of the free. We're in the home of the brave. And pour one out for the ones who never made it home. Say a prayer for them mama as if she was your own. I can't wait to tell my boys about the wars we won. Yeah, I'm proud to be a soldier son. And those cassette tapes he mailed home, I'd rewind them all night long. 'Cause when I closed my eyes, I felt like he wasn't gone. And mama did the best she could, raising 3 kids while he stood on the front lines from dawn to dusk in a gunsmoke skyline. So fly that flag in your front yard as high as you can, except for when we lose one, defending the land of the free. We're in the home of the brave. And pour one out for the ones who never made it home. Say a prayer for them mama as if she was your own. I can't wait to tell my boys about the wars we won. Yeah, I'm proud to be a soldier son. Yeah, I'm proud to be a soldier son. Hold on to pictures and memories in that shadow box with everything still in it. Whenever he talked, I listened. And he said to fly that flag in your front yard as high as you can, except for when we lose one, defending the land of the free. Boy, you're in the home of the brave. So to this day, I pour one out for the ones who never made it home. Say a prayer for them mama as if she was my own. I can't wait to tell my boys about the wars we won. No, I can't wait to tell my boys about the wars we won. Yeah, I'm proud to be a soldier's son.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome back to Into the Weeds podcast here on Military Broadcast Radio with our guest, Matt Oakley. And that was his song, Soldier Son. So, Matt, I think I get introduced to your music, or to you specifically, about 4 months ago. And the first song I heard was Can't Take the Dogs. And I was like, wow, that sounds really familiar. So I went to my Spotify playlist, and it was actually there. I had liked it.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, I had liked it. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I have been riding on the back of a Harley, my husband driving, of course, listening to your music for about 4 months now.
Oh, I mean, I love that. That's a great story. It's always cool when either you meet somebody and you tell them, oh, I make music, and then they have it already on their playlist, or they have it in their library. So that being something that happened to you is really, really cool. And the fact that you're blasting it on the back of a bike, everyone can hear it, is dope.
Well, I'm the only one that can hear it. My husband plays other music. I listen to.
Well, maybe you can get him to play some freaking Matt Oakley on the damn thing. Gonna have a good time. Does it feel awkward having us play your song and you just have to sit through it?
No,
No,
I mean,
I was like, man, I would feel so awkward and uncomfortable. I'm just gonna be like, yep. Not that you should. I was just curious.
I don't feel I feel no ways about it. I think it's one of those things where it's at a point where, I mean, I wouldn't put it out if I didn't love it. And so the fact that I love it, opportunity for me to sit back and listen to what I think is good music. So
yeah, that's so good. And I do actually have to say, I'm not normally like a country music girly. I mean, I can do like a couple things like Dolly Parton, of course, and a couple other little things. But no, I listen to your music. I was like, oh, this is actually good. I actually vibe with it. It's good. It's
awesome.
good. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
For her to listen to country music is a big step. So
I can listen to a few things, but you know what I mean. It's not my main forte. Yeah.
Okay, Matt. So talking about music, when was the first time that you realized that you loved music, loved to sing?
Yeah.
And do you play any instruments?
Oh.
Yeah. So as far as like loving music goes, as far as I can remember, my dad always had it playing. He had a ton of burnt CDs that we would listen to out of a boombox, whether we were cooking or going on a road trip. He had it playing. And ultimately when iPods became a thing, he got them and he had them for us for like flights. Just like music was always such a big part of our family. And it was always something I thought would be really cool if I could do. And then I didn't really realize I could do it until maybe high school. After puberty, I started singing better than I was before and noticing it. But I didn't say anything. I played sports and cut lawns. That's what I did year round. So it was like, I didn't really have time to learn an instrument or learn how to sing or learn how to write a song until we were in lockdown. And I just started messing around with the piano and singing some covers. And so it's been a process of getting better and understanding my sound and my voice for the past like 4 years in a real serious way. I'm self-taught on the guitar now. I can play the guitar pretty well, not great, but I can play it. And so I'd say, yeah, as far as instruments go, it's fun to play the piano. I suck at it though. It's fun to play the guitar and I'm better at that. And obviously singing along to it makes it sound a little bit better. So yeah, I would say I've always loved music, but taking it serious and really diving into it the last 4 years.
That's actually really impressive.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
For 4 years.
And yeah, the pandemic did that to a lot of people. It's really good that some good stuff was able to come out of it.
Yeah,
being able to. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'll say a big part of that too is like putting it out into the world. I put out a couple of videos of me just playing the piano and singing it. I think it was like a James Arthur cover, and people loved it. I think it got like, and then in 2 days, I posted it, put my phone down, and picked it up 2 days later. It had like 40,000 views and a bunch of comments. They're like, "Oh, I love this." And I was like, "There's a chance to do something here." And then from there, it was just this snowball of. Always loved listening to it, and I never really understood how much I loved making it until I started. And so it's just been full speed since then. It's been a very, very busy 4 years in terms of like learning, and now I'm really excited. The product
absolutely.
Yeah,
seem like you're on a good trajectory. Are there any big influences on your music taste, your music making process?
Yeah, definitely. No, you call it. You can call it whatever. It's just this creative process for sure. So, Riley Green is probably my biggest influence, and somebody who, as if you were to say like if I had a dream, sit down to write with somebody to write a song, I think his writing is so spot on to where I want to go. As far as he can tell a story, he can invoke an emotion. Luke Combs is another big one, that rock country style that I really like to use. I'd say Riley Green, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, and then for like a throwback vibe, I think Rodney Atkins is great. So
okay, there you go. That's pretty cool. And now that you're in the Nashville area and you're up and coming, who knows who you'll actually get the opportunity to brush shoulders with. That's super exciting.
Yeah,
I went to Nashville a couple years ago and it was a good time. I went by myself actually, and it seems like a cool place to live. It was like I said, I'm not a big country music person, so I never really thought about going there. But when I ended up there, I was like, I really like this. I really like this.
There's always something to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So speaking about your writing, you're really good at the lyrics.
Yeah.
So you write all of your songs?
Yeah, I write them, but I have a team that I write with too. So I have some songs that I've written fully by myself. I have other songs that we've sat down as a group and wrote. But I'd say that it's such a eye-opening experience writing in town, because that's how, these big artists, they're getting pitched songs left and right, and each artist has a team of pitch people. So it's like they're getting pitched songs and they're saying, oh, this artist might like this. I think there's something so cool about the fact that I'm putting out an album here pretty soon in the next couple months, and the entire thing I was able to write with buddies of mine and industry people I've met, and it's just been a really cool process understanding how it works.
Yeah, that's super cool, and you can accomplish great things collaborating with people and getting a network and all that stuff. So that's that's really good to hear.
Yeah. I have to make a confession. I was listening to Single this summer. And I don't know why. I had never looked at the title of the song, but for some reason, I thought instead of you saying single this summer, I thought you were saying, I'm going to make sure you're not Sunday's next sermon or something.
What? What? How do you click on it every damn week? What do you mean?
Well, when I first heard it, that's what I heard in my head, and I was like, yeah.
I mean, I can't say anything. One of my favorite bands is the 1975, and I don't know what the hell they're saying ever. So I can't say much. That's okay.
Yeah, I've never gotten that. So next time I listen to it, I'll try and listen for that. But I've never gotten that one.
I don't know. I guess that's just my headspace. I, do youth and children's ministry and stuff like that. And for some reason that just came into my head. I'm going to make sure you're not next Sunday's sermon. I was like, okay.
What does that mean? How about you delve into that? Like,
I have no idea.
It means something. Okay.
That's your remix. That's your version.
There you go. Yes. Do a cover. No.
Okay. So now, being in Nashville and starting in the music business, what's it like? Is it everything you thought it would be? Is it harder? Is it easier?
I wouldn't really say it's hard or easy. I think it's just what I want to be doing. And so I think I'm just blessed to be able to do it. I think everything in my life has been, from my perspective, I think everyone likes to play up, what they've got going on. But for me, I just see it as this huge blessing that I get to do. And ultimately, if that leads to playing arenas for hundreds of thousands of people, or if it's just, getting to create and put things out into the world, I think both of those are equally powerful in their own way. So it's like, I'm very thankful. I thank God every day that I get to do this. I'm in Music City. I'm young, and I'm learning, and I'm getting better every day. And the product that we have is so great in my mind. So it's like, there's nothing missing for me. So I guess easy in a way, because it's just so much fun. But definitely it's challenges. Like it's like learning a new language, but it's something I want to be doing. So I like to think of it as just a big blessing I get to do.
Yeah, no, I agree.
When you're passionate about what you do, you never work. You're just, I mean, it is hard work, don't get me wrong, but it's great.
Yeah, no. And I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I just lost my train.
My bad. I'm a really bad habitual interrupter. Oopsie daisy.
You're good. What was it?
I don't know. What was it?
I don't remember. I had it in my head. I don't remember. Oh, well, anyways, so is there anything that you have done so far? Now, you did you host or play at some awards show or something like that recently?
It wasn't an award show. It was the president's reception for AUSA. They're a massive for they're an Army organization. And so I was invited by General Brown. He's one of the nicest guys in the world. He gave me a huge shout out, and I played a couple songs, and very intimate, just me and my guitarist. It was great. It was an awesome experience. It was up in DC. So nation's capital, honoring an incredible organization and those who have served, and meeting Gold Star families and all that stuff. So it was a really cool experience, and something I look forward to doing again down the road.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity.
Yeah, no, no.
Speaking of award shows, isn't the Country Music Awards happening sometime soon? I saw some kind of ad for that. Are you going to be any proximate? I'm sorry, what was that?
That was last night.
Oh, that was last night. Oh, that was last night. Clearly, I don't know what's going on. Gotcha.
Okay, that was all.
Oh, well, I was just say, were you in any proximity to it, or kind of something?
I live like a couple blocks away from where they had it, but the tickets were crazy, and I'm still ramping up. So it's one of those things where either next year or the year after.
I say, give it a couple years and you'll be on that stage.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can do it.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I don't know, you're kind of young, but I when I was a kid, I loved Minnie Pearl and the Grand Ole Opry. No, it was Hee Haw. That's what it was. The show Hee Haw. And so every time I think of the music Nashville or Memphis or anything like that, I always think of Hee Haw and Minnie Pearl. And you don't know who that is, do you?
No.
I don't know who it is either. Every time I think of Nashville, I think about how I went to the Kid Rock restaurant and they were wearing these like really tight booty shorts. That's the reason why I went to that one, though.
Okay. I've dated myself now, so
he's like, me too. I just kind of go along with it.
No, it's all good. I mean, there's so much history in both Nashville and Memphis. I've been to both, and so I mean,
Absolutely.
There's probably so many things that even if you're 5 years or 10 years apart, that references will slip for sure. But no,
absolutely,
yeah.
Okay, Matt. Well, we're going to go to another break, and we're going to listen to "Richest Man I Know." So we'll be right back.
He pulled in his old truck, bed full of tools and some more rust, boots full of dirt and they're all scuffed. You think he didn't have much? Well, he lived just a little bit different. Got nothing but got nothing missing. If you met him, you'd say it too. He's the richest man I knew. Yeah, he taught me to pray a little longer. Tie your boots, boy, work a little harder. Life's tough, but it's easy when you're smarter. Stay true to yourself, you'll go farther. Love everybody, 'cause one day you might need somebody. And don't you ever try to hurt nobody. Those are just a few things that he taught me. If you want a good life, you gotta live a little. And life's a storm, don't get caught in the middle. Know your worth, boy, don't ever settle. Time heals wounds, just wait, it gets better. Make sure to say yes sir, no ma'am. Look him in the eyes when you shake hands. Don't wait for pain just to say prayers. Just take your time, boy, you'll get there. Yeah, he told me to pray a little longer. Tie your boots, boy, work a little harder. Life's tough, but it's easy when you're smarter. Stay true to yourself, you'll go farther. Love everybody, 'cause one day you might need somebody. And don't you ever try to hurt nobody. Those are just a few things that he taught me. Well, he lived just a little bit different. Got nothing but got nothing missing. And Lord knows that we're missing you. He's the richest man I know.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Into the Weeds podcast here on Military Broadcast Radio. And that was Matt Oakley's "Richest Man I Know." And we are here with Matt. So, Matt, we are going to get into the section where I would like to know if you have had any paranormal UFO, or cryptid experiences?
Or if it's even something you believe in.
Yes.
You got to start with that one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, I believe in God, and that's pretty much where the extent of my beliefs of the like things I can't see. And but that being said, I grew up on a 10-acre plot of land in Virginia, right near where the Battle of Bull Run happened. And so
Wow.
we had a barn where I kept all my landscaping company. I ran a landscaping company for like 8 years. And this guy came by with a metal detector and asked if he could look for metals in the field. We're like, oh, you're not going to find anything. Go for it. He found like 100 medals of soldiers from the Civil War.
Oh, wow.
So that was crazy. But before that, like growing up, myself and my sister and my father, we had like, it's like a tongue-in-cheek joke, not really a joke. We think we saw, we don't know if we were sleeping, but this like cowboy figure type ghost that and all my friends joked, oh, your house is haunted. Because we were way out in the woods where I lived. And they were like, oh, this house is haunted, blah, blah, blah. And there'd be weird noises in the house at night and all that kind of stuff. And I never bought too much into it, because if I did, I would just freak myself out.
Oh, understood.
If ghosts are real, I think that there's plenty of them in the house I grew up in, just because of the amount of soldiers that passed away in that area.
I believe it. Sounds about right.
Yeah. And I only ask people this because I've had my own paranormal experiences. They're awfully weird, from seeing somebody next to my bed to being pushed and chased and things like that. Now, the context is my father died, and after that, we started having those paranormal experiences. And sometimes I think it's demonic, especially some of the stuff that happened in the beginning when we started experiencing that stuff. And then sometimes I don't know if it's just like residual energy. You know,
I'm more of a belief of probably residual energy, but I think it is worth noting, by the way, that she's a Christian, and like all of her like this, she tried to fight it for a long time. So that I think that's why it's something that she's so interested in. Plus, we probably need to figure a better way to segue into it. But yeah, this is all born from not wanting to question God and just being confused. And it took how many years for you to accept it?
Well, my dad died in 2010, and it's 2024 now, and I'm talking about it now for the first time, since publicly, I started the podcast, because as a Christian, it's hard to talk to fellow believers about it because, well, you're either weird or people just don't want to get into it because it shakes their faith. And so I understand that, but I'm a person who's dealing with it. And so I want to know what's going on. And it's just really confusing. And so I'm just in the pursuit of trying to figure that out.
I would say with God, there's so much that like isn't in the Bible. I mean, like, shoot, like 30 years of like Jesus' life almost weren't even recorded, something like that. So, I mean, there's lots of things that happen and things that it probably doesn't explain. And maybe some of them are for good reasons. Who knows? But I don't know. I think anything's possible for sure.
Yeah, no, I do too.
Or it could all just be in our heads. Anything.
Well, I think that with that kind of stuff, I really am a believer in to each their own. I think everyone's walk with God is different. So I think their interpretation of his word and the Bible can be their own. And I'm like I said, I'm not saying I do or don't. I just haven't experienced anything to say 100%. I'm just that's one of those things where, like, if someone tells me they experienced it, I believe you. Like that's your experience. I believe that happened to you. It's just I haven't experienced anything like that.
Yeah, no, and that's why I'm just I ask all of my guests to find out if I'm the only one,
trying to open up dialogue for it so it's less controversial, I guess.
Yeah. I'm kind of trying to make it less taboo. Since I am experiencing it, I want to talk about it and figure it out. And it is what it is.
It makes great content if you're a podcaster, right?
There you go.
Okay, Matt. So, can you tell us what you have in the works and where we can find you, and anything else you would like to share with us?
Yeah, happily. So I'm dropping an album next year in April, and that's the thing. I'm super excited. It's fun to drop singles, and it's cool to do that thing. But I'm sitting on this project that's just about my life that I've written with some of my best friends and some of the most talented songwriters in Nashville. And so to be able to get that out there is going to be one of those experiences that is like surreal to me, and I'm really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, everyone can keep up with me on social medias at Matt Oakley Music, and then on all platforms, it's just Matt Oakley, like you can see on the screen right here.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you, Matt, so much for coming and joining us. And thank you for writing that song, because Soldier Son, it really does touch my heart every time I hear it. And it makes me take a little bit of time to think about the ones who have gone.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, thank you for having me. I'm always happy to come on and talk about those things. And I think that song's a testament to, the respect I have for the men and women that serve. And it's something that I think is missing in today's world, and to bring it back in a big way is what I'm hoping for in the next few years. So.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But we'll be looking forward to your project. You said April is when it should be dropping?
Yeah. April.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Okay. And we do have Party on I-95. I downloaded it off of Spotify. It took me forever to figure it out.
Have that play us out.
Yeah, so we're going to have that play us out. So thank you, Matt, so much for joining us, and we hope you have a blessed life and continue to do great things.
Yeah, we're excited to see your trajectory of your career.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. Like I said, it was fun, so I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming. Have a good one.
Bye.
Take care.
Okay, so this is Party on I-95.
DJ's playing my favorite songs out the dashboard. Me and all of my brothers gonna leave tonight. Trucks packed up for a week in Panama City. But we don't wanna wait too long to get started right. We threw a party on 95. These old tires are made for rolling, so we gon' roll them on tonight. We gon' roll them on tonight. They're known to drive it like it's stolen. Keep on going, we gon' drive until we see those exit signs. It's a party on 95. Threw a party on 95. So we pulled off to fill the gas tank. Might as well fill up that cooler too. Wave goodbye to that old shell sign. Quarter mile past Eastern 45. We gon' take this south across state lines. We threw a party on 95. These old tires are made for rolling, so we gon' roll them on. Keep on going, we gon' drive until we see those exit signs. It's a party on 95. Do a party on 95. I'll drive away to my hideaway. No time to waste right now. Let's cut the brakes, give me something to chase. We gon' pour 'em out. Old tires are made for rolling, so we gon' roll them on tonight. We gon' roll them on tonight. They're known to drive it like it's stolen. Keep on going, we gon' drive until we see those exit signs. It's a party on 95. Through a party on 95.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us, giving our veterans a voice.